Hi guys, it is Wednesday, July 3rd. Little confirmation there for you. And I've gotten several questions about, just kind of a generic, what do I think about the markets here, and that perennial question, where's the market going, and so on and so forth. Let me say at the outset, I have absolutely no idea. And despite what they may tell you, nor does anyone else. Here and when that happens, which is always, what do? You go back to the charts. You go back to what investors and traders are telling you by their actions. What I mean by their actions, not what they're saying, not what the talking heads are saying on, CNBC or MSNBC or Bloomberg.net or anything else. What they're actually doing with their money. And the only way to see that, the only way to see the trails that they're leaving, is by looking at the chart, right? So here we're looking at a chart of the Dow, and what I drew in here is the kind of box that was formed. If you go back to early March, running up here to, and this is a daily chart, running up here to the beginning of May, when we had that nice breakout to the upside, ran up very nicely up around 15,500, and then of course we put in, that's a very strong sell signal on the daily. It's called a shooting star, kind of a ragged shooting star, but a shooting star nonetheless. And we proceeded to come down. We bounced off of support. Remember, resistance exceeded becomes support, right? So this was support right here, right there on that line, right? We bounced pretty nicely here, headed back up, right? And then we got hit again, came down, came through, came into what I would call a support zone, right? This congestion area, in my opinion, becomes a support area after the high is exceeded, and certainly exceeded in some kind of substantial way. Right, so we came down into this support zone, got a bounce out of here, but it looks like we're stalling. Right now, a couple of things about this chart. I'm sure you know that the only way the market can go up is to make higher highs and higher lows, right? And that's what you had here, right? All the way back to here, right? This was a high, it was exceeded, right? Then you put in a little mini low here, took off to the upside, kind of chopped around here, and expanded congestion zone, created a little box, then exceeded the high, took off again, minor low here, exceeded the high, right? But the same thing over and over again, right? Came back, tested the low here, right? Then exceeded the high, right? Went all the way up here, right? Then came back, didn't exceed the low here, put in a minor low here and bounced. But here's where the problem came in, right? We made a new minor high here, right, but failed to exceed this high, which put the uptrend in trouble, right? And then of course we came down and we broke through this low right here, and now the question is, can we get back up here and get through this high, right? That's what you're looking for, right? If we can break back up through there, or are we going to come down and make another new low here, right? Which will mean we will have established an intermediate downtrend, right? Now, does that mean the market is in trouble and we're going lower and so on and so forth? No. You have trends within trends within trends all the time. So we could literally come down here, test, break this low, right? And it will be, again, lower highs, lower lows, right? And then turn around and then begin to exceed the high and make higher lows and so on and so forth, and just march right back up. No one knows what's going to happen. I do not care what they tell you. I don't care how much conviction they have when they tell you. They don't know what's going to happen. They know what they think is going to happen, right? In my opinion, if we can hold this little box right here that's being created, this little minor box, this would be a minor bull flag, right? Because you had the market run up over like 3 days, and then it's kind of it has a little congestion area here, right? So what you're looking for is whether or not price can break out of here and head higher, or if prices are going to break down through the low of this little flag and head lower, right? and then of course you will be looking to see if it could get down through here and confirm this kind of intermediate downtrend, right? And then of course you would be looking for this low, and so on and so forth, right? So what should you do, right? Well, it kind of depends on what your current position is. If you're not in the market, right, then you do nothing, right, until you get a signal in one direction or the other, right? And it, again, that depends on what your strategy is, what your signals look like, all that good stuff, right? If you are in the market currently and you have a position on, then you should, first of all, you should already have a position where you, a place where you know you're going to get out, right? Your stop loss, whether you're trailing a stop loss or whether you just entered and it's a new position and you're hoping things are going to go up, but you should have a stop loss, I would say either here, just below this low, or if you like to play it tighter with much smaller stop losses and you just entered the market, then just below here, right? Just below here, this area right here, right? And those are kind of your two choices. Would I short the market? No, but from other videos, you guys should know that as a general rule, I am not a fan of shorting individual stocks. Or in this case, I'm not a fan of shorting the equity market in general, right? Fighting the Fed is just a disaster, right? It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's silly, right? They can turn on the printing presses, money gets cheap, inflation picks up, and stocks go higher. That's just the way the world works, right? That's how we got out of the mess that we were in a couple of years ago. So it just doesn't make sense. There are plenty of opportunities to either get long the market and make money to the upside, or wait for an opportunity to get long, wait for a decline to turn, and for the the overall market to push higher, right? So there's really no need to do that, right? This video is getting longer than I anticipated it being, but just wanted to do a quick little, chat about what the Dow is looking like here and where it could potentially go, and more importantly, what price points you want to be looking at or watching closely. So call it 14,545 and 15,096, 97, somewhere around in there are the two levels that you're watching to see if we can exceed. Okay, hope that's helpful. Hope everyone has a very good and definitely very safe 4th of July, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.